Hello everyone and welcome to Expect More in 2024. Now what is this all about, I ask you, or you're going to be asking me. So it's about expecting more from yourself, for yourself, from your training, and to train smarter, not harder in 2024. So I have been receiving many messages about, can you help me with my weight loss? Can you help me with my fat loss? Can you help me with my stress management? Can you? And the answer is yes, I can help anyone with any of those or all of those things that are turning up in their lives. But I can only be your mentor, your guide, your supporter. I can't do the work for you. You have to do the work. The work doesn't just happen. Yeah, it's really important that we take on board that no one else can live our lives for us. Only we can do the work and change the outcome that we say we want. So 2024 for me is about tuning in to what we need to change for ourselves to improve our mental health, to improve our physical, our emotional health and well-being, and how we actually feel within our bodies. I, at the present moment, don't feel my best, and I will come on to that throughout this little 30-minute Q&A. So if you do have any questions, please just put them in the comments below as we go through this. And if I don't get any questions whilst I'm live, I will answer them after the live has finished. So if you're just joining me, this is about to expect more in 2024 from yourself, from your trainer, and really from all areas of your life. What is it that you need to work on? So to explain where I'm coming from, I'm just going to take you back a little bit into my childhood, my early adulthood, and how I became the trainer that I am currently. And my growth as a trainer is ongoing, and that is how I'm able to help anyone that works with me to move on with their lives, because I am constantly learning, constantly growing, and then I'm passing on all of those lived experiences, the education and the awareness that I get, I pass on to my tribe and to anyone that really needs to hear what I'm saying at this moment in time in their lives. So many of you know, if you've been following my journey, I've been on social media now for 15 years across all different social media platforms, that I went through multiple adverse childhood experiences that caused a lot of trauma in my life, which impacted all areas of my life. And I've now been speaking up about those health impacts, mental and physical health impacts, for many years now. But for those that don't know me, let me just take you back a little bit. So as you can see, there's books up there that I've actually written and published myself to help other people that find themselves in similar situations to me. But I've now repurposed the health and wellness book up there that I wrote for the general population, and that is now available as of yesterday to the general public to help them in their health and wellness journey. But more about that in a moment. So adverse childhood experiences can be any kind of abuse. It can be bullying, it could be bereavement, it could be a parent or caregiver that's suffered mental health issues, gone into prison, got divorced. So anything that causes an individual harm and or upset to a level where it impacts their mental and their physical health. So I've gone through multiple traumas in my childhood, and that has affected all areas of my life. However, it doesn't define me. It doesn't define what I can achieve, but it has impacted my mental and my physical health, and it changed the trajectory of my professional life, more of which I will share with you in a moment. So throughout my teens really and my early adulthood, I used to do fitness to get rid of the excess energy that was in my body, and I can now call that excess energy anger. And I didn't have anywhere to put my anger, and I didn't know that was what I was actually feeling. So I used to disperse that excess energy within my body, and with the unexplained things that I was thinking and feeling that I couldn't verbalize, I would then hold on to all of that and suppress it all. But I would change the energy, I would shift my energy by going to do fitness. And I know many people that do that. They use fitness as a tool to shift up their energy. It's not a bad thing until it becomes harmful. So just bear that in mind for the moment. Now, exercise used to and still does makes me feel good. It helps me disperse the anger and the emotions that I may be feeling, and it also just helped me get through my everyday life, because I didn't know what I was dealing with at the time. And it wasn't until the year 2000, 1998 to the year 2000, when I was 28 to the age of 30, that I felt a slide in my mental health, and it made me look at what was the cause of the symptoms of that slide in my mental health. And the outcome of all of the research and the self-reflection and the therapy that I underwent at the time was all pointing back to trauma from the adverse childhood experiences that I had had in my youth, so as a child and as a young person. And once I had understood that and had that knowledge, I was able to work with it and come up with a solution for me. So in the year 2002, I decided to change my career from accountancy to fitness. I became a fitness, exercise to music instructor 5 months after I gave birth to my second child, and that led me to the journey that I've been on really since 2003, so for the last 21 years. So in 2003 I became an ETM instructor. I started CTS Fitness, one class in my local community, down at the club that I still teach at now. Started with one class. I then grew that business into 2 classes and now up to 12 classes, and I offer a range of different classes and different options. More of that as I tell you my story. During my teens and my early adulthood, there was a lot of disordered eating in my life. So I suffered from bulimia. I thought I was eating healthy, like many people, many women out there felt that they were eating very healthy. Everything was low fat. Everything was pasta, jacket potatoes, you know, lots of wheat, lots of things like that. And I thought I was eating really, really healthy, low fat, low carb, this, that and the other. And as you learn more, you know that what you was once eating, you thought was nutritional, you thought was good, was actually destructive to not only your gut, but to your immune system as well. And you find out that it was actually adding to your symptoms, to your problems. That's what I found out on my journey to better health and wellness. So on my journey between 2003 and 2010, I learned a lot more about nutrition. I attended many, many courses with many experts within the industry. And in 2010, I launched my Fat Busters Club, which was fat loss and fitness. And I ran this successfully for 2 to 3 years. I then joined Rachel Holmes's Kickstart Fat Loss Club as a leader. And I ran that from 2011 right through to 2017. And we had fantastic results through the Fat Busters Club and the Kickstart Fat Loss Club. But whilst I was running these clubs, I was very, very in the clean eating zone. I was very in the, I don't touch alcohol, I don't eat after 7 o'clock in the evening, I eat everything that is just protein, good carbs, vegetables, fruit. I ate very, very clean. I didn't have caffeine in my diet, I didn't have alcohol, I didn't eat bread, I didn't have wheat in my diet. My whole diet was very, very clean. And I started getting clients coming to me saying, oh yeah, but I can't do without that, and I can't do without that, and I can't do without that. And I truly didn't get it at the time. At the time, my weight and my body shape was about a size 10, about 8.5 stone, and I didn't really have an issue with weight or body shape. I actually really liked where I was at. But what I didn't get was people, my clients saying to me, I'm really struggling with this and I'm really struggling with that. How did you get past that? Well, I didn't have the experience of what they were sharing with me because I've never been there because of my childhood adverse experiences. So alcohol was completely off the table. I always thought that alcohol led to violence, so therefore there was no place for alcohol in my life. I never got what my clients were telling me, which was actually alcohol helps me unwind, alcohol helps me forget, alcohol just makes me feel good. It's just part of my everyday or part of my weekend. And I never got that until really the last sort of like 8 years, I would say. And now I do get it, and now I know the answer to what those clients were saying to me back then. All will come out as we go through this little 30-minute chat that I'm having with you tonight, and why I've come up with expect more in 2024. So when I was in teacher mode, mentoring, when I was running Kickstart Fat Loss, I was the right body shape for me, I was the right weight for me, I felt really good, and I felt like I was in a good place in my life. For those of you that have followed my journey and know that I've worked with individuals that have suffered trauma because of childhood abuse, I've worked at the Independent Inquiry into Child Sexual Abuse for 7.5 years. I started my own charity in 2016. I wrote the book Breaking the Cycle. Breaking the Cycle to Health and Wellness, to help survivors of abuse. So I've done all of that in 2016. I then created a course based on the book to help survivors recover from the adverse effects of trauma and anything that may be holding them back, making them stuck in their lives, making their health and well-being not as good as what they want it to be, making them understand that their everyday lifestyle choices and their everyday habits could be hindering and harming them rather than helping them be the happiest and healthiest versions of themselves. So that's what that course was based upon. And over the last 8 years, it's been very, well, it's proven beyond all doubt that it is effective, that it works, and that it is life-changing for all of those individuals that have been on that course through the charity. Now, during those years between 2016 and 2022, I also suffered more stress, and I also have been going through my perimenopausal journey as well. Now, my stress came from having a case go through the criminal justice system for over 5 years. It was from working with individuals that had also gone through those adverse childhood experiences and helping them. And it was also from working at the Independent Inquiry into Child Sexual Abuse. There was never a turn-off switch for me. My brain is constantly going 24/7. And you may resonate with this. You may find that you've got similar experiences to me, and what I may be sharing with you right now could be very, very helpful to you. So I empower myself through new information, qualifications, and just reading and just knowing what is going on around me. So in order for me to keep control of all of the upheaval over the last few years that we all have experienced through COVID, many fit pros, actually all fit pros, had to pivot their businesses. Otherwise, we would have sunk and we would have lost our businesses. So it's been a very hard few years for many, many people. Now, at the end of 2022, the Independent Inquiry into Child Sexual Abuse ended. I had been going through a whole year of counselling. That came to an end. So there was a lot of endings for me at the end of 2022. And I decided to start off 23, going to the Maldives by myself so I could reset and refocus not only on myself, my own mental health, my own physical health, but also to really understand what it is that I can offer to my clients. Yeah, going forwards through not only my West Wickham Health and Fitness business, which is my community business, but also through the charity that I founded and I run to help others that have gone through similar to me, through childhood, through adolescence and through adulthood. So this time last year, I was in the Maldives having literally a complete rest and regeneration of me because I needed that time out. And I thought, whilst I'm away, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to rewrite this book for the general population because there's so much wealth of information in this book, so much knowledge and so much more that will just help the everyday person. And my good friend Ellie read this book for me. She's helped me actually with this book over the years, and she said, this isn't just for survivors of adversity, Chris. This is for everybody. Everybody will learn something. So I thought, okay, I'm going to take that, the essence of that book, I'm going to rewrite it, and I'm going to launch it along with a 4-week course, a 6-week course, an 8-week course for the general public, for ladies that may have gone through similar to me, who are on their perimenopausal journey, their postmenopausal journey, for those who are highly stressed and just need to understand the impact of stress in all its forms on your mental health and your physical health. There is no divide. If you're affected mentally, it affects your physical health, and vice versa. Yeah, there is no cut off. If you're impacted mentally, you will have a physical impact, and vice versa. So the end of 22 to the beginning of 23 was a real sort of like soul searching time for me, and it also taught me that you can't run away from your problems. So just because I took myself from West Wickham to the Maldives, it didn't change what was going on up here or what was in here. None of that changed. It gave me breathing space. It gave me time out to really tune in to who I am, what I can offer, and then I had to work out, well, how can I offer that? So the reason why I'm sharing all of that backstory with you is to show you that I've not just woken up and declared that I'm an expert in this, that and the other. That's not the case. I've got the lived experience, I've got the qualifications, I've got the expertise, and now I'm trying to share with you that if you resonate with anything that I've said, that the product that I'm going to talk about in a moment could be the thing that you are currently looking for. Or if you're not ready yet, it's something that you may tune into during 24. Who knows? So, let's recap. I've written this book and it's all on my page. It's $7.99. You can buy that, you can read it, and you will take away a lot of golden nuggets just from that book. It's an ebook. You can receive it within minutes of your payment, and you can read it and you can take on board what resonates with you. One thing will just allow ripples to happen throughout your life, and there are a lot of golden nuggets in that book, okay? Or you can use that book as a resource and work with me either in person or online, whatever it is you need, because what I want to do is remove all of the barriers that you're currently putting in the way of yourself. So it will be, I can't afford it, I'm not ready, I don't live near you, or whatever other barrier you might be putting up for yourself. So just even investing in the book will help you, I promise. Okay, so my aim is to empower you to be the key to your own life, and to understand that you have the power within for you to be the person that really steps up for you in 2024. So to expect more from yourself and to expect more for yourself is really important. One positive step in the right direction is better than staying stuck, feeling disempowered and unhappy. I'm sure you can all agree to that statement or sentiment. You need to start 2024 with the knowledge that you can literally gift yourself the gift of health and well-being. You just need to make time and put energy into what it is that you need right at this moment in time. And I can certainly help and support you along the way in your journey. That's not an issue at all. So, expect more in 2024. So we're starting on Thursday evening, 6:30 p.m. at Beck's Rugby Club. It's going to be an hour, a session on mobility, movement and meditation. So that's the class for the next 6 weeks. So I've already had people contact me and say, I can't make that time, I can't make that day. Well, I want to smash that barrier for you and let you know that you can come to any class that's on my timetable, whether it be circuits, whether it be early risers, whether it be Pilates, or that specific class called Mobilize, Move and Meditate. So there is no barrier. And if you can't make the face-to-face class, I can put a link into the support group for you to do anytime, anywhere. So let's just remove that barrier straight away. All of the support is going to be via the WhatsApp group. I'm going to motivate you, educate you, have dialogue with you and support you through anything and everything that you may have questions about. Now, the Breaking the Cycle program is based on 7 pillars of health. It's based on mindset, nutrition, fitness, anatomical alignment, so movements. Yeah, it's based on stress management. So it looks at all areas of mental and physical health. It looks at you as a whole, not a little bit here and a little bit there. It looks at you as a whole entity. And one step that you can take in one area of your life or one pillar of the program will have ripple effects across the whole of your life. I promise you, I've now been sharing this book. I've been running this 8-week program for 8 years, and it's life transformation stuff that we're talking about. So the course is for beginners, it's for deconditioned, it's for improvers, it's for those that are stuck in a rut, it's for those that truly want to feel better in their own skin, in their own bodies. Now, if we chase health, a byproduct of chasing health, if you implement the 7 pillars, is fat loss, is body shape transformation. Now, I had one fella on my last program through my charity that just implemented 2 things from one of the pillars that I taught him over the 8 weeks, and he lost over 14 pounds. And that wasn't even one of his goals. That was not one of his goals at all. So I'm not promising that for every person, but what I'm saying is, if you chase the goal of health, any positive movements you take towards that, the byproduct is often fat loss and you feeling more confident and more comfortable in your own body and in your own clothing, okay? But as I said right at the beginning of this live, I can't do the work for you. You have to do the work. But I'm here every step of the way. So when I ran the Fat Busters Club, when I ran Kickstart Fat Loss, the messaging, even though it's a similar program, it's based on the same principles. The principles of all of the programs do not change, okay? But the messaging was, back then, it was all about weight loss, it was all about fat loss, it was all about drop a dress size, drop 14 pounds, because that language speaks to people. People, we all want, don't we? We want a quick fix, we want short term, we want to not put a lot of effort into things. If we could take a pill, we would, okay? That's just human nature. But unfortunately, long term, the only thing that works is a change in lifestyle, understanding and incorporating healthy habits, and living your life in a way that truly attunes to what you want. So when we look at mindset, the pillar on mindset, we really have to tune down into what is it you want? How do you want to feel? What does that all look like? Yeah. So there is a lot of coaching and mentoring along the way. And this program, as I said, expect more. It's about being, or working rather, smarter and not harder. It's taking the knowledge and the expertise that I share with you and actually implementing it. Yeah. And you don't have to implement every single pillar straight away. It's a work in progress. You are a work in progress. So am I, because I'm going to be doing this program for the next 6 weeks as a kickstart to healthier habits and being more comfortable in my own skin, in my own clothes, going forward for the rest of 2024. And I want to remove all those barriers, not only for myself, but also for you. So if anything that I've said resonates with you, you want to know more, you want to join us, then please comment below and I will get back to you, or just message me. So you have many options. I've removed all barriers for you. A small investment just for the book, $7.99, or join us for the 6-week course, which is 6:30 to 7:30 on Thursday for 6 weeks. Or you can choose any other class that's on the timetable, or I can send you a link or two for you to do the workouts with us, and I will add you to the WhatsApp group for support, mentoring and education, and you can ask any questions you like to help you on your journey. And that 6-week course is £70. So it's a small investment for a lot of education and a lot of support and a lot of mentoring that you may need or want whilst you are working with me. So if you truly want to make a change, if you truly want to expect more in 2024, then get in touch and I would love to hear from you. And I also would like to know, what are your barriers to making the changes that you say you want in 2024? What is holding you back? What is holding you back? What is stopping you? All right. So for now, here's my little friend. My daughter bought me this for Christmas and he's sitting here with me in my office. This is my little Oski. From us, I want to wish you a super happy, productive, peaceful, joyous 2024. and I truly hope you come and work with me, come to a class, come online, do whatever you need, and I wish you well for this coming year. Speak to you soon, everyone. Bye for now.